What can we do for you?
Well, you were telling me about how you met, actually.
Oh my God. That goes back 67 years.
Wow.
Shall I tell her, I explain what it was? We both worked for the same factory. I knew Nellie. Her name is Amelia, really, but everybody calls her Nellie. Everybody. So I knew her to talk to and everything, but not how can I put it, closely. We went to cricket. Our firm played cricket every Saturday, so we went to cricket. We got to Waterloo Station and up to where we played the cricket match and come back. So I came back, I got in this compartment, sat there on my own, and this young lady got in. We got talking, and she said, "What are you doing tonight?" I said, "Me? Nothing." "It's Saturday night," she said. She said, "Why don't you come to the pictures?" I said, "Where?" She said, "Come." She said, "What I do, shall I go to the pictures on a Saturday night
Sunday.
To the New Victoria, and the other one round the corner," she said, "on Sunday." So I'll be perfectly frank. I said, "Yes, okay, thank you." I shot home, started to change. My mum said, "Where are you going?" "Young lady and I are going out," I said. She said, "Oh." And I said, "Yeah." And that's where it started. It never finished. That was in, let's see, I come out of the forces, 47.
45.
It was about somewhere in 48, wasn't it? And yeah, it was in towards the end of 48, we got engaged and we got married. We were going to get married on Christmas, but Nellie's sister was in hospital. We waited for her to come out. So in January, we got married on the 22nd in January. And there's an old song in London, it's called "At Trinity Church I Met Me Doom." And that is the church we got married in.
We got married in. We got married in that church.
And we were the first people to get married in the church after the war.
Back after the war.
All the marriages that took place prior to that were in the crypt.
In the crib, but we got married
we
back
got married in the church.
In the church.
And I can remember, because I didn't drink a lot, I don't now, but we didn't drink. My best man and his twin brother were in the pub, took me to the pub. And Dougie said, this, the eldest one, he said, "Hey, Richard, get that down here." Well, it wasn't that Richard then, it was, "Get that down here." I said, "It's whiskey." "I know it is," he said, excuse the expression, he said, "He's going to bloody need it." That's his exact words. I'm not that bad. But we had a marvellous time. I'll tell you, Nellie, but if you want to interrupt me, you can tell me. Nellie's mum and dad lived in the top flat, 4 stories high. And that's where we had the reception. And we had an awful lot of guests. We had long tables in the room. But on the wedding morning, 3 cars pulled up, 3 big limousines. And that was my father-in-law's Christmas present, the cars, or part of it anyway. And bearing in mind we lived at the top, all the ladies, nobody's asking anybody, all the ladies in the flats come out, scrubbed the floor, and I scrubbed all the stairs from top to bottom. Everyone was scrubbed, a whole lot. And then we came back to the reception. Oh, there was a hell of a lot of us, weren't there? His aunts and uncles, my dad and mum and dad and all that. My brother-in-law played the piano. And the food situation in 1949 was a bit grim. Well, let's put it this way. It was for some people. But we sat down, roast beef and roast lamb. My father being a dustman, also worked at Smithfield Market. And we had wonderful food and everything. And we left there at 2 o'clock in the morning to go home, because then we lived with Neil's mum and dad. My mum and dad, sorry. And
But a lovely wedding dress.
she had a bouquet, which you can photograph of it up there, that went, she had the bouquet there, and the bouquet ran right away down the front. And my mum bought that for her. Carry on.
And of course, all the little what to call them, flowers, was from the bottom to the top. You know, went right down the lovely. Well, I don't know. They're all the photos are there. If you see,
You can have when you finish, you can have a look at them, and we'll tell you who they are.
Lovely.
All my grandsons are up there, and my daughter and son over there.
How did you get, because it would have been difficult to get a dress, wasn't it, Nellie, back then? Was it difficult to get a dress?
No, what happened, somebody I saw, I knew, well up they were, and his daughter was getting married, and I don't know what happened, she didn't get married, so I got the dress.
Oh, gorgeous it was too.
It was gorgeous, really beautiful, yeah.
Let me tell you another quick story on that. I had what they call in them days a bird's eye suit. Now, Nellie and I, before we got married, she walked along, she said, "Yeah, we're having a new suit for the wedding." We saw this one in the window, I was in there. Chap said, "Well, I don't know." I said, "I'll have a," she says, "You are not having a brown one, you're having that one in the window or nothing."
Grey, bird's eye grey. Oh, it was beautiful.
That's grey with little black dimples all right.
So how lucky to find each other.
Well, we found one another. In the firm where we used to work, we had a storekeeper. And he called me over, he said, "You're not marrying Nellie Bedwell, are you?" I said, "Yeah. I'll give you 12 months. I'll bet you break up between now and the next 12 months. I wish I could get hold of him now. He's having a shock of his life." We've had a wonderful life, really. I mean, we've had our ups and downs. And money, and we live with Mum and Dad and my old auntie in a flat in South London. And the flat was near... Do you ever see the cricket matches on the television? Do you ever see the Oval Cricket Ground?
Oh, yeah.
You know that big gasometer you see at the back? And if you look at the back, you see a very big gasometer. Now, when that's up, we put the lights on. When it come down, we can put the lights out. We lived there. It was very nice. It was on the ground floor. And a little while later, my little old mum died in about 19... let's go back a bit. Nellie was expecting a baby in November. And the baby was born in St Lambeth Hospital. And I went to see her, and the doctor said, "No, you can't go in that way." He said, "You'll have to come back later on." And there's my mother-in-law. She disappeared. And when she come out, she's killing herself. "I seen the baby," she said. I said, "You blooming cheek." I said, "I can't." And while she was in there, my mum, chicken was a luxury in 49 to people. But we had chicken every Sunday. And Mum made a lot of chicken sandwiches, took them into the hospital. The doctor came to see her and he said, "Are you all right, Mrs. Ings?" She said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm going to have a little bit of lunch now." "Oh, haven't you had your lunch?" He said, "Would you like some sandwiches?" I think he did it, he said yes from the point of view of politeness until he opened them and ate one. This is chicken, he said. And he said, yes, Janet was, my daughter, she was brought up on chicken. That was just a little story that happened in them days. Then we had the biggest life change any person at our age could ever have. And it was a life change. I went to work one day. We all got called together. All the factory. We are moving the factory from London to Hemel Hempstead. Now, all the firms are moving out of London must go to Stevenage. But as all our customers were up north, we got special permission to go to Hemel Hempstead. And the offer will be made to you people if you want to come with us or not. But we are arranging a big coach trip for most of you people to come down and have a look. And we got this coach, and we went to Hemel Hempstead. All brand new houses. And when you get a choice of a house at our age with a young baby, and we chose a house, a 3-bedroom, in a row of about 6, wasn't there? With nothing behind us, beautiful brand new house. So we came back home, and we said, that's the one we want. I thought, that's lovely. But we had nothing really definite at the time, but that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. And I was working one lunchtime, and someone came up and said, Dick, Mrs. Curtis wants to see you. Then Mrs. Curtis was their personnel manager. She lived right a train ride to. So I got a bit worried. Except my superintendent came out. He said, Richard, don't worry. It's something to do with the house. I got on a bus train, but I had to run down there. And she said, would you like to move early? You can move into that house. So I came home, and we were obviously over the moon, the pair of us. Now the old lady, I said to my sister, both my sisters, I said, you're going to have to look after Auntie. She can come with us if she wants to. But she didn't want to come anyway. Now every Sunday I met my 2 brothers. We always met them in the same place, as Granada Cinema in Kennington, because my eldest brother was in charge of the security in there. So I went down with the pair of them, and we were talking. I said, well, I better let you know, lads. I said, I'm moving. Oh my God, you could hear a pin drop. Moving? Where are you going? I'm moving to a house in Hemel Hempstead, a new town. And my eldest brother said, what the hell for? You've got a lovely flat, you're paying £1 a week rent. How much are you paying down there? I said, 32 and 6p. My other brother said, I can't understand you moving. I really can't. He said, well, take our advice and stay. And my exact words were, I've paid my time, I've had my time, I've done my bit, I said, and as far as I'm concerned, Nellie and I and the baby are moving to Hemel Hempstead. Oh, well, I wish you luck, but I think you're making the wrong move. Anyway, we then got a call from the firm. You can move down next Saturday. They paid all moving expenses, everything written, done for us, except this cheeky bugger. I got to tell you this, we got near the house. Oh, I forgot the key, I said. And I got out the removal van, got the key. I had to run back to the office. I said, don't book, because them days you had to book for a butcher, all the rest of it. I said, don't book for anything. When I come back, she said, I've just booked. What have you booked for? I said, I told you not to. She said, I've booked for the milkman, the express dairy for all the milk and all the butter and all the rest of it.
And a co-op.
The co-op, she said, I booked for the butcher. We moved into this house. And whether it was, I don't know what it was, if it was luck or not, we had the most finest neighbours anyone in this world could wish for. Lucy.
Yeah.
Oh, she was...
Next door neighbour.
She had 2 adopted children. She was absolutely lovely. As by now, I've got a bit of promotion. I was now a machine tool setter, so my money had gone up a little bit. And things progressed. Now this lady here, I'm going to say this quite frankly, was an absolute bloody marvel. Because she used to go out cleaning in the morning. In the afternoon, she probably did a job as a waitress in not McDonald's, or was it now?
Yeah.
Wimpy, on the Wimpy bar.
The Wimpy bar.
And
then I went back at night.
so
night.
we kept our funds going that way. And then the company built on their factory, which was a very big factory, by the way. They built a clubhouse on the end of it. And we used to go around and enjoy ourselves. We should go in the evening to the clubhouse. At that time, I hadn't got a car, but I bought a motorbike. We had a motorbike sidecar with a 2. I forgot the important part now. David being born. She was expecting David, the second child. And I was downstairs listening to the Archers. Nellie, Richard! Yeah? Get over to the midwife straight away. Oh, so I got the midwife. She came up. She went upstairs. And it was 9 o'clock at night. Mr. Ings? Yes? Have you any black thread? I said, I beg your pardon. Have you any black thread? I said, no. Oh dear, I've run short of black thread. She wanted to tie the umbilical cord off. So I'm outside the back garden, hopping over the fences, asking the neighbours if you've got
Linda.
any... Lucy. Lucy said,
Lucy.
what on earth you want? She said, oh, all right, she said. I got some black thread, took it out. Oh, she said, you're not frightened of blood, are you? I said, I went in there. Anyway, and everything went off fine with the boy, he was all right. And what used to happen then, I'm not boring you,
No.
The express area used to come along with a massive great van. They used to leave the van outside the house, come into the house, come up to see the baby.
Come up to the bedroom.
And from then onwards, everything was going on. We had a wonderful doctor. His name was John Fletcher. Everybody, they were only known as Dr. John and his wife. That when we first moved to Hemel, he knocked the door and said, I'm Dr. John Fletcher. He said, outside my surgery, you'll find Dr. John and Doctor of his other name. He said, but we're not married yet. He said, we're getting married on Saturday. And then the vicar come round and introduced himself. They don't do it these days. Anyway, we got on well. Nellie worked and I worked. And then I got promoted again to a charge hand. Their staff charge hand. Then I got promoted to a foreman. And I had these problems. I'd come home and Nellie would look at me and say, had a rough day today, haven't you? Yeah. Come on, let's go and have a pint after dinner. I love Nellie now, as I did then, 67 years ago. And it'll always be there.
And do you love him, Nellie?
Yes, very much. I give him a squeeze.